Mr. Laramie Plainfeather is from Billings, Montana, and is a member of the Crow tribe. His Indian name is owner of many fine things. His parents are Leo and Mardell Plainfeather. Laramie is currently in our bachelor's program in the business administration, and I, as his advisor and instructor, have personally witnessed a tremendous growth and development in Laramie over the last academic year. His developments came not only in the area of academic achievement and leadership, but in maturity and character. Laramie had to learn very quickly how to manage his time and work in group situations under strict deadlines. He recognized the importance of strong work ethic, persistence, and intellectual integrity. Laramie is actively involved as a vice president of Student Senate, and he's been instrumental in getting students excited and involved in their school. His experiences have helped lead them down to a path of future success. Recently, Laramie had the opportunity to travel with President Gipp to meet with legislatures in Washington, D.C., representing our student body. Among his many accomplishments, Laramie has been selected as the 2012 United Tribes College Student of the Year. In addition to being valedictorian, Laramie is a devoted father to Sarah and Hadrian, and a supporter of his wife, Cabrina, who's also attending school full-time. Laramie has the values, along with his drive to achieve excellence, to make him a role model for the recipient of the David M. Gipp Native American Leadership Fellowship. As Mr. Richard Williams said in his speech, Laramie truly does have that spirit within. He is truly going to take his life, his family, to future greatness that we are so proud and honored to have him as a part of our school.
It's kind of hard for me to talk about this right now, but I've been selected for a lot of things this year, but I think this is probably the most important one to me. I want to thank Dave Gipp for selecting me to accompany him to Washington, D.C. I want to thank my instructors for seeing things in me that a lot of people haven't seen. I want to thank my wife, Cabrina. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be standing up here right now. She's a rock for our family. She really encourages me to do well in school and try to succeed. I want to thank Kathleen for recommending me for this. My instructors, there's a few of them here. There's Jeff Mosier, Brian Pelichek. Here, but I just want to thank them all. Kathy Johnson, she's our Student Senate advisor. Mark Mint, all these people are my friends, and I'm grateful to have them in my life. I want to thank United Tribes just for giving me this opportunity to make myself and my family's life better. Thank you.
Laramie exits here shaking hands. He appeared with me in a House of Representatives hearing on the House of Representatives side, and I have to tell you, he says his words, and he's short, concise, and to the point, and he did a great job representing us and the funding for the school before Congressman Rayburn, and he introduced himself, spoke about his wife and his lovely daughters, and we had a total of 5 minutes to testify. and a very strict panel. And the chairman was very, very stern. He said, if you go beyond 5 minutes, my gavel will come down and you will stop talking. So I used up more than 4 minutes, let's put it that way. And that left him with whatever time was left. It went over 5 minutes, and he went to about 5 minutes, 24 seconds. So he had about 45 seconds. But I have to tell you, when he introduced himself, said where he was from, the congressman stood up as we finished our time, and he said, you know, Mr. Rayburn, this is this powerful congressman, one of the most powerful in the whole House of Representatives, by the way. He's the one who made sure that we were funded last year when we were in danger of losing our funding, by the way. Conservative Republican stood up and he said, Mr. Plainfeather, he said, you know, I come from your area of the country. I come from Lodgrass, Montana, as well. And of course he said, well, I'm up from Billings. But the congressman actually stood up. And then one of his colleagues, also on this congressional panel, said, he said, you know, Mr. Rayburn, he said, I understand you're running for the Senate. And he said, you might do well by changing your name to Laramie Plainfeather. But he wowed them, and he did. I think I didn't have to say a word. I shouldn't have said a word. He's the guy who did a good job for us. Thank you.